staying with us. The all-party meet chaired by the Prime Minister on the India-China LAC face-off has begun in the national capital at the Prime Minister's residence. This is going to be part video conferencing as well, because remember, several non-Delhi-based party leaders are going to be joining through video conferencing. Our consulting editor Pradeep Bhandari is also joining us. Pradeep, the big expectation is that after this meeting, we can let some of our domestic issues aside and all political parties can come together. I think all eyes will be on the Congress party, Pradeep, and the statements they make, the politics they choose to do after this meeting.
Absolutely, Shivani. In fact, the hope is that after this, all the political parties, particularly the Congress, will speak in resonance with the voice of the nation, which is to fight against the Chinese in a unified spirit, whether it is economically or a military deterrence. But the point of matter, Shivani, is that the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has again tweeted today, politicizing the entire India-China clash, and he has in fact tried to belittle the Indian army officers. If you see the video he's recently tweeted. So I am hopeful that all the other parties will speak in one voice. In fact, whether it is TMC, whether it is RJD, which is not there in the all-party meeting, because in order to be at the all-party meeting, you need to have at least 5 or more than 5 MPs. Still, all of them have spoken in one resonance voice, that is to act against China together, apart from Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. So it has to be watched whether Congress President Sonia Gandhi's attendance at meeting makes any difference, or the Congress party continues to politicize the India-China face-off.
Yes. Absolutely. You rightly pointed out, and I was mentioning this earlier, we were having a conversation with my colleagues Aishwarya and Himanshu also, Pradeep, that barring the Congress party, and I think within the Congress also, Rahul Gandhi started it, he really muddied the waters with the kind of politics he started playing on social media, that too. And taking the cue from him, certain other Congress party leaders, as normally it happens, when a Gandhi speaks, then others begin to chime in. I think several noted army generals have also called it very infantile behavior, not what we expect from Rahul Gandhi or anybody else for that matter. We expect them to understand the gravity of the situation. That national security issues, first of all, cannot be discussed through social media. And secondly, there's a certain level of responsibility and maturity, Pradeep, that somebody like Rahul Gandhi, who comes from the Gandhi family, whose predecessors have been prime ministers of the countries, needs to show. But that maturity seems to be missing.
Absolutely, Shivani. In fact, on his 50th birthday, we were hopeful that the level of maturity will come. But I doubt that it will happen because, and why do I say this with some amount of confidence,
Pradeep,
Shivani?
why do you think it doesn't happen?
Day of all
I mean, how many times, how many lessons does the Congress party have to learn? It is astonishing now.
In fact, Shivani, I agree with you that it is astonishing. But if you observe the trend of the Congress party, whether it is the Balakot airstrikes or in the past where Congress leaders have called the army people Sadak Ka Gunda. So the Congress has shifted as an extremely far left organization, not representing the mainstream voice. And this is also reflected electorally and politically in the outcomes which you have seen in recent elections. And politics is beyond Twitter. But unfortunately, Mr. Rahul Gandhi thinks that tweeting is equal to mainstream politics, but it is not. And a far-left organization behaving as a fringe, I doubt will be able to understand the mood of the nation. The mood of the nation right now is not about a party A or party B. This is not a fight of a party. This is a fight of the entire country involving every individual, 130 crore Indians. But unfortunately, Shivani, at this moment also, I doubt if Congress party was extremely serious, Rahul Gandhi would not have tweeted the video which he has tweeted where he's tried to demoralize the Indian armed forces. Also, secondly, Shivani, it's extremely important that the Congress leader of opposition, the Congress leader in Lok Sabha, Adhirandan Chaudhary, on 24th May 2000, on 11th May, if I'm not wrong, had tweeted that India should stand in one voice against the Chinese, and that tweet is right now deleted, which clearly speaks where the pressure is coming from.
This is absolutely mind-boggling, to be honest. One, the Congress, the more it speaks, frankly, the more Congress, Rahul Gandhi opens his mouth, the more it becomes an own goal of sorts for him and his family and his party, because, so many skeletons tumble out of their closet, and particularly his family's closet. And the second thing is that one must understand that nobody is saying that don't ask questions. But the manner in which questions are being asked, it seems more political. And in fact, many of them have asked questions in a manner where they don't really care. For example, Hussain Dalwai has just come out today and said that why don't you just send RSS people to the borders and they can go and fight with their sticks if the army is not going to be allowed to use firearms. Ignorant of the fact that their own party signed the agreement with the Chinese. It was signed, by a government that Congress supported. So this kind of ignorance has become intolerable now. So that is the message we hope that they're going to get. And Himanshu, my colleague, is joining us. Pradeep, I'm going to come back to you. The latest update that we're also gathering as far as this meeting is concerned is that Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, is briefing all the party leaders. Himanshu?
जी बिल्कुल, अभी हमें यही जानकारी मिली है कि चूँकि रक्षा मंत्री हैं राजनाथ सिंह, तो राजनाथ सिंह की ये जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि जब ऑल पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के साथ में जब बैठक चल रही हो तो सभी पार्टीज़ को रक्षा मंत्रालय की तरफ से वो ब्रीफ कर रहे हैं कि 15 और 16 तारीख की रात को गलवान वैली में क्या कुछ हुआ है, भारत की तरफ से क्या कुछ हुआ है, चीन की तरफ से क्या कुछ हुआ है, और पूरा घटनाक्रम सिलसिलेवार तरीके से वो जितनी भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ के जो राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जुड़े हुए हैं उनको वो जानकारी दे रहे हैं। जो हमें अभी सूत्रों द्वारा जानकारी मिल रही वो यही मिल रही है कि सबसे पहले राजनाथ सिंह रक्षा मंत्री के तौर पर सारी की सारी जानकारी जो है तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ के साथ में साझा कर रहे हैं, और फिर उसके बाद में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी बोलेंगे। उसके अलावा बैठक में गृह मंत्री भी मौजूद हैं और तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ के लगभग 20 पार्टियां हैं जिनके राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष या राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने जो अपना प्रतिनिधि भेजा है वो उस बैठक में मौजूद है। तो तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ को ब्रीफ किया जा रहा है। उसके बाद में फिर एक एक करके प्रधानमंत्री अपनी बात रखेंगे और फिर उसके बाद में बोलेंगे कि अलग अलग पार्टीज़ इस पूरे विषय पर चीन के साथ में आगे के रिश्ते किस तरीके से होंगे, किस तरीके से सामरिक शक्ति को आगे बढ़ाना है, व्यापारिक दृष्टिकोण से किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ना है, इन तमाम विषयों को लेकर जो है चर्चा होगी। और उसके बाद में कोई बड़ा निर्णय भारत सरकार की तरफ से लिया जा सकता है। वो व्यापार के क्षेत्र में हो सकता है, आर्थिक क्षेत्र में हो सकता है, सामरिक क्षेत्र में हो सकता है। जिस तरीके से बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बोल दिया गया है कि वहाँ पर सड़क बनाते रहें वो, और उसके बाद में वो लगातार वहाँ पर काम कर रहे हैं, उसको और तेज़ी से काम करने की ज़रूरत है, उस पर भी बल दिया जाएगा। तो बॉर्डर के आसपास का जो इलाका है, LAC के आसपास का जो इलाका है, उसको और ज़्यादा डेवलप करने की कोशिश है जिससे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वहाँ पर सेना है कि लोग रह सकें, सैनिकों की फैमिलीज़ वहाँ पर रह सकें। क्योंकि निर्जन इलाका है इसलिए कोई भी जाकर कभी भी कुछ भी करने की कोशिश करता है। तो इन तमाम चीज़ों को लेकर बैठक होगी, चर्चा होगी, अलग अलग पार्टीज़ अपना अपना मत रखेंगी। फिलहाल जो जानकारी हमें मिली है सूत्रों द्वारा वो यही कि जो रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह हैं वो तमाम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ को पूरे घटनाक्रम के बारे में सिलसिलेवार तरीके से ब्रीफ कर रहे हैं।
Right. India has already begun to take some steps, isn't it, when it came to investments from those that share a border with India. Pradeep, you would remember that had happened in the wake of the coronavirus crisis, and as there is greater alarm across the world of the practices that China, indulges in. And then there are some of the other decisions that have been taken by various branches of the government related to contracts and trade and overall policy. Those are economic policy, and I think the hope is also that that will be crystallized after the government speaks and gets everybody on board. But what we have also witnessed in the last 1 month or so, Pradeep, is the enemy within, isn't it? Those who in the name of opinion are part of coteries that are actually furthering enmical interests above national interest. I think this has been one more episode where those so-called experts and opinion makers have come under the spotlight.
In fact, absolutely, Shivani, and I remember I was reading through this that China is extremely, smart in ensuring that it trains individuals in the enemy nations in order to speak their own voice. Now, I was extremely astonished to, listen to one of these voice who claims to be an expert and write in newspapers, said that the enemy is not China but the party which is ruling the country. Now, this is so shocking that these Break India forces inside the country, which we have seen during the time of CA or even during the time of Balakot when they're asked for proofs, these are the forces that India should be wary of, because it's just not the enemy outside, Shivani, but it's also the enemy within. But with respect to the all-party meeting, I think extremely crucial signals which Himanshu has given us is that Prime Minister is trying to get everybody on board, as you've rightly said, in order to take those necessary steps, whether it is on the economic front or whether it is on the military front, because these steps you cannot take without getting everybody on board. And the public sentiment right now is in favor of taking these steps, Shivani, and in fact the government has taken it, whether it is Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is a trailer to what the government can do, or the recent cancellation of contracts with respect to BSNL and Idea and Vodafone, advised not to take technologies from the Chinese companies. So I think the country is speaking in one voice, apart from the Break India forces. But I am extremely confident that all of us here are there to expose the Break India forces.
Absolutely. I think they expose themselves, Pradeep. Nobody really has to try very hard. They're very desperate, and the longer their masters stay out of power, or the hegemony that they enjoyed breaks further, they show themselves because they get desperate by the day. And time has come for us to really show them their place. Politics aside, because governments can come and go, but mistakes that have been made in the past, we are still paying for. We cannot afford to make such mistakes anymore, because generations after us will be paying for them. We have to slip into a very short break. Himanshu, Pradeep and all of our other reporters continue to be with us.